it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts, UK Stampin' Up independent demonstrator. Thank you for joining me again today. I've just received a delivery. You will remember that we had the birthday sale. It was a one-day sale, 15% off selected stamps, and I put an order in for a few that had been on my, I'm going to get them, just, in my own good time list. And 15% off just seemed like the time to get them. And one of them was All the Good Things. I've got it in the clear mount. It does come in red rubber as well. It's gorgeous. And this is the first card that I have made with it. And I don't know if you can see. Can I get it to pick up on the light? I've sprayed this with some of the Vegas Gold shimmer paint in alcohol. So I thought I would show you how I've made it, and I'll show you how I did the spray. So first things first, we've got this lovely set. Some of the stamps come with sentiments attached. The Koi Carp, which is the one we're going to use today, is one, and the bonsai tree is another. So if you don't like the sentiment attached, you can do some surgery and detach them, but it's quite close, so personally, not going to do that. Let's have a look at the colours that I'm using. I've done early espresso for the sentiment, then crushed curry, pumpkin pie and Cajun craze, and I'm applying them with sponge daubers, because I want to get the mottled finish, but also this stamp set is part of the distinctive range, so it's better to not have anything that is too much of a wet stamp, as in ink pads. So if you've got very juicy ink pads, they don't tend to work very well with the distinctive stamps. It's better, this is one case when less is definitely more. I will show you, once we've done this and got it all going, I will show you what it looks like if you do it in one colour, because I think that's quite a useful thing to see. So that's the early espresso, and I've literally just done the sentiment with that. Then I'm going to come in with, these are in the wrong order, with crushed curry, so my lightest shade other than the sentiment, but for the Koi Carp, crushed curry, and I'm putting that everywhere. So that's basically going to be our background, and then I'm going to add the other colours on top, and because I'm going light to dark, it doesn't matter if the sponge daubers pick up a bit of the lighter shades of ink, because they're not going to infect the pads in the same way that it would happen if you did it the other way around. So pumpkin pie, and I'm just, putting that wherever I fancy, really. There's no rhyme nor reason. And then some Cajun craze. Some very good friends of ours have lots of Koi Carp, so this would be a card that would do very well for them. Not going to put too much Cajun craze on because it is the darkest of the colours. So that's all of that. Let's get those out of the way because I have a habit of putting my fist in things. So I've got very vanilla, 2 7/8 by 4 1/4. I'll come to the other measurements as we go along, but they will all be on my blog, which is linked immediately below. So I'm going to breathe on this, just to make sure that the ink is wet. And I have lined this up so that it is square on the block. Just give that a good press, and then up we come. Now they're all going to be different. You will never get two exactly the same by using this technique, but really sweet, lovely, lovely mottled finish. Right, now, bringing in the technical stuff, hopefully this won't glare too much. This is just a foil tin, and I've got, hopefully enough, alcohol, and it's, what have I got? I use 70%, it's reasonably available on Amazon. So I've got 70% alcohol and just a few drops of, and I mean a few drops of the Vegas Gold, and all I'm going to do is spray. Now that is obviously going to take a little time to dry. Now because it's alcohol, it's not going to make the colours run to the same extent as it would if you used water. If you haven't got alcohol, I'm just seeing if I can get some more out. If you haven't got alcohol, then my suggestion would be that you use water but do the spraying first, make sure it's properly dry, and then do the stamping. But can you see? I don't know if you can see the lovely glisten that you get. Now, I have a heated floor in my craft room, so that's going to go on the floor, and then it's going to be pressed flat. Obviously, we don't have time for that, so by the magic of lifting up my workboard, here's one I prepared earlier, and as you can see, it is quite different. It's quite a lot lighter. I didn't put so much Cajun craze on. So, as I say, this is 2 7/8 by 4 1/4. Then I've got a crushed curry base, mat, which is 3 by 4 3/8. So basically I'm adding 1/8 of an inch all round. 3 1/8 by 4 1/2 on the Cajun craze. And we start with 7 1/2 by 10 1/2, and then add add a ½ centimetre if we're in metric. But as I say, all over on my blog, which is linked in the description bar below. So, for no particular reason, I'll be putting down the Cajun craze piece first. Just using my favourite multi-purpose liquid adhesive. And I'm popping it so that it is square on 3 sides, and the wider bit is on the bottom. So it's a bit like the Polaroid spacing, which has the wider bit at the bottom. And the reason for that is that it just, your eye likes, if there's a bigger piece, your eye likes that at the bottom. So no other reason than that. Then crushed curry and our stamped piece. And I'm going to, again, just add some liquid adhesive on that. And I'm going to be quite careful to go round the edges, because even though I've had this under my workboard, it is going to be slightly warped from the spray. Because it's only 70% alcohol, there is a little bit of water in there. So it's not... Oh, that'll be a reminder. Thank you, Alexa. Alexa, cancel. That's just my Alexa telling me that I've got to take the washing out. So that's all nicely pressed so that it's as flat as I can get it. And then all we need to do is add some dimensionals to the back. And we have just 2 more, just so this doesn't get squished in the post. And then we are finished. So a really quick card. I mean, here I am. I'm only at 8 minutes 40 seconds, which for me is amazing. And we've done quite an intricate technique. So not the quickest thing in the world. But there we go. So there we are. Now I did say I would stamp just with one colour, so let me grab another piece of Very Vanilla. And I'll use the Early Espresso purely because I've got Early Espresso on my pad already, on my stamp already. So very quickly, just ink that up and trying to get it straight. And there we are. So that's what it looks like. There is still some of the colour, but that's what it looks like if you stamp it just in one colour. Now my Early Espresso is not too juicy, so it's stamped really nicely, but such an easy stamp to use. So I hope you've enjoyed this. As I say, just that little bit of spritzing certainly in person just gives that lovely sheen, which, because they are koi carp, also known as goldfish, yes, I know, it's sad, I thought it would just be a bit of fun. So thank you very much indeed for watching. If you need any of the products that I have used today, you'll find all the details on my blog post, which is, as I say, linked below. If you would like to shop with me, I would be thrilled. It is people who shop with me that keep me being able to bring these projects to you. So that would be great. I do try and provide amazing customer service. So fingers crossed you would agree with me if you give it a go. Do remember to use the host code to get extra rewards, unless your order is over £150, in which case you get your own rewards. If your order is that sort of magnitude, then actually you should be looking at getting the starter kit, because you get £130 worth of products of your choice for just £99, including postage and packing. So it is frankly the best deal in the catalogue, always. And I would love to welcome you to my team of sparkling sunflowers. Thank you very much indeed, and I will see you again soon. Off to take the washing out now. Bye!